up your chainsaws, wear your masks, yield your scepters, be larger than life, have fists that can beat anybody up, and let them in, maybe? Whatever floats your boat, it's here in Mattel WWE Elite Series 97. Let's unbox it. How about those white rabbit messages, huh? What do they mean? Maybe this is the person to ask. What do you think Alexa Bliss thinks of all these sneaky Monday Night Raw messages? Probably find out pretty soon. Maybe by the time you watch this video we found out. So if you're in the comments like, we already know. I'm like, too bad, I'm recording it now. Big deal. Here's Alexa Bliss in Mattel WWE Elite Series 97 with a new wild-eyed let me in style offering. There's a nice lily accessory, creepy. Or as I like to call her, baby Babadook. Babadook? I guess it depends which part of the world you're from. And Alexa Bliss, here she is. Her head can go all the way around in a circle. Spooky. Great eye makeup and great ring gear. You've got those, you know, the paint and play lettering and designs. It's also on her interchangeable gloved hands right here. And overall, she's still sticking with the mold of, you know, kind of a typical diva or female superstar wrestling gear, but with her own twist on it, right? And when we say twist, we really mean twist, because there's extra articulation. Matching trunks, the same exact thing going on here, and that painted on fishnet. And check out these high kick pad style boots with the painted on laces in the front, some knee pads, and pain and play all the way around, because that's what she's all about, being painful and playing. Let's take it to an immediate throwback with Chainsaw Charlie. The one and only Terry Funk just went absolutely nuts debuting in WWE with a chainsaw. I can't think of a more dangerous weapon than when Abyss had Janice in TNA, and this might be the next most dangerous thing, because that's the most dangerous weapon of all time. And Drew McIntyre's sword is in third place. Terry Funk, right here, is Chainsaw Charlie. We have some interchangeable fist hands right here. Great interchangeable Terry Funk head with that red bandana. You can see that's, of course, removable. That's the cool thing about that. Chainsaw Charlie, here he is. Mattel's absolutely pro take on a power tool right here. Here's a chainsaw in the Mattel WWE line. Did you ever think you'd see it? I sure didn't. I guess in the days of Drew McIntyre swords and Triple H in charge of creative, anything can happen. But it's very cool to see this accessory in the Mattel WWE line. Very unique. And here's crazy Chainsaw Charlie. He's wearing that stocking on his head. You can see the powder, we'll say, that was detailed on here from when he chainsawed his way out of that box to push back against the New Age Outlaws for his buddy Cactus Jack. Chainsaw Charlie just absolutely loves Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, so of course that's whose rescue he would come to. And he was bonkers, man. It's kind of shocking that this is his first moment in the WWE that is at that memorable level, but here he is, a classic, just about on the border of Attitude Era moment. We'll call it a classic Attitude Era moment, because you know, that's for sure what it was. And you see the suspenders right here, they're strapped in the front and in the back, and you got those blue jeans with the kind of unpainted belt, but who cares. Absolutely articulated legs, and those black shoes with the orangish, reddish laces right here. So, Chainsaw Charlie looks absolutely crazy. Don't think that white powder has anything to do with it. Not one, but two versions of the King of the Ring, Xavier Woods. He beat Finn Balor in the 2021 King of the Ring tournament. A long-time goal of Xavier Woods that he was able to accomplish, so no wonder he's carrying around that crown and scepter so proudly. And here he is, all hail King Woods, right? That's what it says in the back of the packaging. And you get not one, but two different styles and versions of detail. So let's take a look at this one first, and then we'll take a look at this one. Red and yellow hands, white and yellow hands, red and yellow scepter and crown, white and yellow scepter and crown. Here's the red and yellow King Xavier Woods. Check out that wild hairstyle, and yes, the crown does just fit perfectly over that, like it was made for his head. And check out this dope ring gear. Great yellow and red design. Classic New Day right here with that He-Man dedication. Looks really good. And it just works out perfectly that, you know, Mattel makes those amazing He-Man figures, and you can make those dedications in Mattel WWE line on the Xavier Woods like this. Check out all that gear detail, those tights, the silver, the pink squares, everything's here, and everything's accounted for. You just can't go wrong if you're a Xavier Woods fan, or if you're a He-Man fan. Same thing with the alternate. You got that great head sculpt, and you got that great white and yellow ring gear. Check that out, with the W symbol in the front right there. Fit for a king, this gear. Very regal, very royal, very excellent. And you can see it all the way around. You got that yellow, black, and white look. Great symbols on the back of the boots. And white and yellow kick pad style boots. Xavier Woods. 2 Woods are better than 1, right? That's what I'm saying. Of course, we have Ronda Rousey here, the baddest woman on the planet. Miss, I got a lot to say about wrestling. She's allowed to say whatever she wants to say, right? We may not all agree with it, but here she is, angrier than ever. Got 2 black and yellow pointed fingers right here, black and yellow open hands. And Ronda, the baddest Rousey, an angry face. You see that? Look at that furrowed brow. Jeez, you'd think she and I were related or something. Got a nice ponytail in the back here, and just an absolutely wild jacket here. This is newly flexible, and I don't know what to say. You know, you might be thrown off by the look of it. Everyone's very used to those super stiff jackets, but I gotta tell you, this one is super flexible, very easy to take off of Ronda Rousey, and reveals her baddest ring attire. And she's ready to kick some butt right here. Check that out. So baddest in the front. We got the yellow and black on the hands and the ring tights, right? Short black boots with some laces. And Miss Rousey is fight ready. In case some of you forgot, I never did, but Sheamus is still on the roster, and he's wearing a protective mask. The Celtic Warrior is ready to fight, fella. And you can see a closer look at this fella, which I think a mask for a guy like Sheamus, who's used to having, you know, a really distinct look, but nothing like that. Not any type of like excessive ring gear. I gotta say, looks really good on him. A couple of open hand accessories. And this one will take off the accessories bit by bit. So you see that really cool bowler hat, I guess that's what I'll call it. Right on the top of his head. You can go ahead and take that off and reveal his fiery red, his fiery lobster head. And you can see that he also is wearing that protective mask, because when you gotta protect a face like Sheamus's, that's what you gotta do. And of course, this mask, a little bit of a more bendable plastic, so keep that in mind. Don't rip it or anything when you're removing it from his face. And when you do remove it from his face, you get the handsome face of Sheamus with those chops and stash, the Motorhead look through and through, right? He digs it and he makes it, it looks really good on him. And check out this amazing, truly amazing soft goods jacket. I wish I had one like this. Very soft, a lot softer than how these jackets typically are. And it's like, geez man, it's like somebody made it from a blanket or something. So that jacket, of course, is also removable to reveal, you guessed it, the Great White Sheamus. And they call him that. I'm not sure why they called him that, but they did. And so here he is. And he's got that classic Celtic Warrior ring gear with the wrist tape, you know, the trunks, his symbol in the front, the Celtic cross in the back, and same symbols on the knee pads. Some classic Sheamus ring gear. So while he has spiced it up with some entrance gear, still our favorite, same old Sheamus, right? There he is. Last but not least, you know MVP is happy. The larger-than-life Omos finally in the Mattel WWE line. Now, there's been a basic figure released of him, but here he is with Elite articulation, and this is just, it has to be, I got an Andre up there to compare it to, but maybe I'll let you do that on your own. But all right, fine. I'll do it. There's your comparison. Omos just slightly bigger than that internet exclusive Legends Andre. Slightly. Wow. Big dude. It doesn't get any bigger than this big dude. A couple of interchangeable hand accessories here. One open hand, one fist. A WWE Raw Tag Team Championship, which he held with AJ Styles. That's how you know he's a good listener. And now have a look at Omos, who is just an absolute massive giant. And it seems like he's only going to get bigger and bigger from here on out. Whether it's on the WWE stage or just as a massive presence anywhere in the world, this dude is a freak of nature in the best way possible. You know, we say that as a term of endearment when it comes to professional wrestling. So I say that with the utmost respect and confidence. Please don't crush my head. And you see this cool chain he's got going on here, and I hope he never changes his ring gear, man, because something about the way that Omos dresses with this tank top and his fists wrapped up, but really these great dark workable ring pants is just absolutely perfect for him. It's a unique body mold that suits him perfectly, and Mattel really knocked it out of the park with this Omos. So definitely a larger than life superstar, and can't wait to see what the future brings for him. And we'll see how long MVP gets to keep making money off of him, right? We'll see what happens. He may get sick of that eventually and just push him away by the face like that. We'll see, right? Omos, good luck, man. We're rooting for you. Some of us. Others are afraid. And there you have it. Mattel WWE Elite 97 has finally arrived, and you get not one, but two Xavier Woods. All hail King Xavier. You get a Sheamus with some new entrance gear. You get Ronda Rousey being the baddest, which is absolutely what she is. You get a larger-than-life Omos, just the biggest Mattel WWE Elite Wrestling action figure of all time. I think that's what we gotta say about it. You get a classic old-school Terry Funk as Chainsaw Charlie, and you get Alexa Bliss. Just wondering what those White Rabbit messages might mean. Could it trigger something crazy in her mind? You never know. Is she gonna be involved? Is she not? Who knows? We're gonna have to find out. And by the time this video is published on Ringside Collectibles YouTube channel, we may have already found out, but too bad, because that's how we do it around here. We showcase all the greatest wrestling action figures, and Mattel WWE Elite Series 97 is no exception. So check out Ringside Collectibles at WrestlingFigures.com for all the latest, greatest wrestling action figures. We have rings, we have accessories, anything you could ever want in a wrestling action figure collection. Go to WrestlingFigures.com and make it all about wrestling figures.